Not all classic automobiles are created equal. There is value to be found at both ends of the market, from Ferrari to Ford. Here are the top vintage vehicle investing recommendations for 2021. The Rolling on Wheels channel contains films concerning automotive life, such as vehicle evaluations on ideal automobiles, car categorization, car organization, car accessories, car body design, and many others. We will also include vehicle owner tales, automobile tips, and automotive films from automotive professionals. Choosing the most significant classic automobile to purchase necessitates more study than buying a new one. The idea of buy low, sell high applies, since there is the opportunity to profit when it comes time to sell if you make the correct decision. Fortunately, there are many intriguing, exciting, and usable antique automobile options to choose from in 2021. Because the market is constantly changing, prices might vary and rise indefinitely. While some steals on this list, some mainstream vehicles from decades such as the 1980s and 1990s will now cost you back a six-figure amount, far more than they were worth when new. This has led us into even more contemporary seas for this year's list, since genuine deals can still be discovered here. These are also fantastic cars, quick and entertaining and beneficial and less prone to break down. Older discounts can still be obtained if you're willing to go outside the box. With some of these recommendations, we'll confess that we're following our emotions as well as our minds, but we don't believe you can blame us. Alfa Romeo Spider. Numerous industry professionals have recommended the Alfa Romeo Spider as one of the most incredible investment vehicles to buy. The Spider, a successor to the Giulia and Giulietta, was manufactured from 1966 to 1982. With its elegant Italian design and chassis that handles like a dream, the Spider is one of the classic vehicles that will grow in value over time. It is also a fantastic choice if you want something you can drive and enjoy while also providing one of the most excellent historic vehicles to buy for financial purposes. Jaguar XJ-S. Although the Jaguar XJ-S never quite lived up to its E-Type cousin, with comparisons being made from the time it rolled off the assembly line, people finally realized that this is a highly desirable tourer and one of the most outstanding vintage vehicles for investment. The XJ-S was produced from 1975 to 1996 as a coupe or convertible. The market is now recognizing the value of this competent and dependable vehicle, and it is proving to be one of the most significant vintage automobile investments on the market. A well-maintained XJ-S, which is every bit the luxury cruiser and is driven by a smooth V12 engine, is predicted to be one of the most fantastic vintage vehicles to invest in and will likely rise in value over the next few years. Triumph Stag. Initially, the Triumph Stag was most known for its poor dependability. However, reliability issues are straightforward to repair nowadays, and most of the original engine problems, broken gaskets, and inadequate cooling have already been remedied on the versions now in use. Less than 26,000 Stags were produced, and James Bond used them in Diamonds Are Forever. However, the four-seat convertible variant, powered by a solid 3-liter V8 engine, is expected to appreciate and has been touted as one of the finest vintage automobiles to buy as an investment. You not only receive a fantastic vintage vehicle investment, but you also get the pleasure of driving the Micheletti-style classic, feeling like Bond himself as the wind blows through your hair. BMW E24 6 Series. The BMW E24 was the first of BMW's Series 6 tours. The premium sedan was elegant and fantastic to drive, with superb performance, acute dynamics, and quick handling. The BMW E24, which comes with a choice of 6-cylinder engines, is a beautiful buy if you want a reliable workhorse to drive daily that also happens to be a good investment. BMWs are among the most recognizable automobiles on the market, and the company continues to manufacture high-end, high-quality vehicles. So if parts are required for the E24, they should be readily available. You may enjoy the rising value of your investment while also enjoying the dependability and quality that BMW is known for. Ford Escort RS 2000. Forget about investing in gold or real estate. Instead, Ford vehicles are quickly becoming the vintage car investment of choice for those looking for a good return on their investment. When deciding which historic automobile to buy, a Ford should be towards the top of your list. The Ford Escort RS 2000 MK1 is immensely fun to drive and easily recognized, but the MK2 appears to be the most appreciated car from the RS 2000 family. MK2 Escorts used to be 2 for the price of 1. Then, rust and poor values reduced the number of automobiles on the road significantly. However, the Ford Escort RS 2000 MK2 prices have risen rapidly in a brief period, with demand significantly outstripping supply. Any automobile powered by the legendary Cosworth engine is expected to be one of the most valuable in the coming years. With 10,000 punchy two-door saloons produced, they aren't the most unusual of vehicles, making finding one a little simpler. Choose one with genuine RS components, since the Ford Escort RS 2000 is one of the finest vehicles to purchase for investment. Toyota MR2. The Toyota MR2 sports vehicle encapsulates everything we liked about 1980s automobiles, including a cheap price tag and elegant style. The MR2, which was produced from 1984 to 1989, was very popular due to Toyota's vital dependability and technical record. The sports vehicle was a smooth ride and handled wonderfully thanks to independent front and rear suspension, a twin-cam engine, and a 5-speed gearbox. The Toyota MR2, with its famous pop-up headlights, has entered the list of the finest antique vehicles to buy in thanks to its devoted following. A rust-free 125 bhp AW11 variant appears to be one of the most popular models in the lineup. Porsche 924. When it comes to the most delicate antique vehicle investment, the famous Porsche 924 is hard to beat. But unfortunately, the Porsche 924, which began manufacturing in 1975, was traditionally regarded as lower quality Porsches. However, in recent years, it has become the unsung hero in Porsche's storied history. The 924 is quickly becoming one of the Porsche portfolio's classic vehicles that will rise in value the greatest. Despite early criticism, the 924 has sold 150,000 units by 1988. Due to the large quantity remaining in circulation, they are now relatively inexpensive to get. Prices, on the other hand, are continuously growing, making it an excellent investment vehicle. The powerful turbo or S versions are the more costly models in the lineup, but they are also two of the finest investment vehicles as prices continue to increase. Volvo 1800 ES. Although the Volvo brand may not appear to produce vintage vehicles to invest in initially, the 1800 ES is no ordinary Volvo. Instead, the 1800 ES is an expressive and appealing 60s sports vehicle that sprang to prominence as Roger Moore's car in The Saint. The classic coupe is one of the best-kept secrets in the traditional vehicle industry. With all the dependability you'd expect from Volvo, the 1800 ES is one of the most excellent antique vehicles for investment because of its light controls, torquey engine, and high safety rating. As one would expect from a Volvo, the car runs and runs with minor replacement components required compared to the other automobiles on the list. Ford Capri. The MK1 Ford Capri is another Ford that lists the best 10 antique vehicles to purchase. The punchy coupe, which was instantly recognized, was always destined to become a valuable vintage automobile. Get in soon if you want to buy one of these as an investment, because it is one of the most appreciating automobiles right now. Particularly desired versions are the 280 Brooklyns and the 2.8i Special, which are projected to be the classic vehicles with the highest value increases in the future years. The MK2 Capris are also quite popular. If you can get your hands on an MK2 1300, you'll have one of the most significant antique vehicle investments available right now. With only 8 1.3L versions on the road, they've grown so scarce that you'd have to be incredibly lucky to get your hands on one. MG MGA. Last but not least, another classic automobile worth considering is the MG MGA, which was manufactured between 1955 and 1962. As one of the most valuable vehicles in 2017, the value of specific variants increased by a whopping 47%. By 1962, almost 101,000 of these English masterpieces had been produced. However, the vast majority were exported, leaving only 5,900 on the UK market. The convertible and coupe variants of the automobile have proven to be significant investment vehicles, consistently growing in value over the last decade to become one of the finest investment vehicles. Although the MGA is not one of the quickest sports cars ever produced, its light handling, energetic performance, and sleek, attractive look make it a delight to own and drive, as well as a good investment. You must buy the best antique automobile for yourself. Aside from the obvious concerns of your budget and storage choices, spend some time thinking about how you'll utilize the car. When you've decided on the automobile you want to buy, it's a good idea to conduct some research, examine the maintenance schedule, and, if possible, establish contact with the owners. Check to see if there are any typical issues you should be aware of. Thank you for being here. Stay safe and healthy from your trusted companion on all things automotive, Rolling on Wheels. Subscribe now.